Hi guys, Jay Burnham with therealjayburnham.com. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to start your own highly profitable six-figure moving business without having trucks, equipment, license, or even any insurance. And you can do it in 3 hours or less. That's right. I'm going to teach you how you can do in 4 steps how you can start your own highly profitable six-figure moving business in 3 hours or less without any equipment or anything. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is create yourself a name. And when you create yourself a name, you got to make sure that the name is going to be brandable. You can use your own name, like my name is Jay Burnham. I could go Burnham Moving and Storage or Burnham Moving Systems or something like that. That's fine. But think in futures when you create your name. All right? Think about what's going to happen 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Two Men in a Truck, when they came up with their name, created Two Men in a Truck. It was very descriptive and very a clever name. But it was brandable too. It was a brandable name. It was something catchy and witty and something that people could remember. So you're going to want to do the same thing. My suggestion, though, is you do a little research when you do create your name, because you don't want your name to be 3 men in a truck or 2 guys in a truck. Something like that could actually land you in a lot of trouble. So you got to make sure that you're doing a little bit of research. And I speak from experience on that. And I'm going to do a whole video on these 4 steps. That was the first step, was choosing your name. But I'm going to do a whole series of videos on these 4 steps individually. Okay, and I'll tell you that story. So stay tuned. But to get that, you're going to have to subscribe to my channel below. All right. The second step is choose or establish how much you're going to charge for your services. And again, this is going to require a little bit of research on your part. You can't go and start charging $75 an hour. You can't charge $35 an hour necessarily. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's really going to depend on where you're at in the country. For instance, in LA, you might get away with charging $40 an hour for your labor. But in my city, you can't really be profitable unless you're charging 55 or 60. There are people that charge less, and then there are people who charge more. But to be profitable, you got to charge around between 55 and 65. All right, and that's in my area. In Chicago, that's going to be different. New York City, totally going to be different. Miami, Florida, going to be different. So you're going to have to go and find out what other moving providers are charging. Find out what they're charging on the low end. Find out what they're charging at the high end. My suggestion is charge right down the middle. That way you're not the cheapest, but you're not the most expensive. It will get rid of some of the tire kickers and the guys who just want to hire the dregs, the guys who are just like unlicensed, uninsured, and just worthless. And you're not going to be up there with the high quality guys or the high expensive guys and perceived as snooty or snobby or something like that. But you're going to be chose right there. And most people would choose when given a range. Most people are going to choose the cost down the middle. They're not going to go for the low guys, and they're not going to go for the high price guys. They're going to go right for the middle guys. So that's why I suggest when you actually figure out and establish how much you're going to charge, that you charge right down the middle between the spectrum, the low end and the high end, okay? But that's going to require a little bit. Go to Craigslist, find out what some of those guys up. Actually, call them if you have to. Go online. If they've got a website, check out their prices and just write them down. And you'll get a good idea, a good understanding between the different companies of where they're charging. And again, my suggestion is charge right down the middle. Okay, but you also want to make sure that you're charging enough that you're going to make a profit. All right, because if you're not going to actually be doing the moves yourself, then you're going to have to pay guys to do that. All right, you're definitely going to have to pay somebody a pay, and you want to get the best guys. You're going to have to pay, probably $10 to $15 to get a good guy to work for you. So how much do you have to charge to make sure that you're going to have the good guys that will actually do a good job? All right, so make sure that you're charging accordingly so that you're going to be profitable. And remember, there's going to be expenses. You're going to need to pay for gas. You're going to need to pay for the pay, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you take all those figures into account when you're determining how much you're going to pay or charge for your services. Okay? The third step is you're going to have to sign up with some service providers, some moving labor service providers. And there's three major ones that I found have been the most effective. But I'll give you one of them right now here in this video. And there's going to be later videos that I'll describe all three and how to sign up for them and how to optimize those provider pages so that people are going to come and actually choose you over somebody that's been established on these different sites, and I'll actually choose you. Okay, that there's going to be a trick. So stay tuned. And the only way you're going to get those videos is if you subscribe to my channel. Right below, there's a little red button. You're going to have to subscribe to it. Okay, the one place that I will tell you about is called movinghelper.com. It's actually owned by U-Haul. And U-Haul really promotes the help out of these moving helpers. So whenever somebody rents a moving truck, they will promote the moving helper service. They're not necessarily going to promote you unless you have a good relationship with the providers at the U-Haul store. They're not going to promote you, but they will promote the service. So, and people can go to the service, and then there will be a list of providers and with their different price ranges and different star ratings and quality ratings that they will be able to choose from. And I'm going to show you how to optimize your profile within that system so that you can actually get jobs even though you might not have a lot of jobs or have a high star rating. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And again, you got to subscribe to get that video later on, but sign up with Moving Helper right away. And it's really simple and easy. You can just go to movinghelper.com, and if you scroll down, you'll find a link that says mover sign up or something of that nature. Again, I will go over how to do this. I'll go make a video for each one of these top 3 service providers so that you can hook up with these, okay? And just so you know, and this coordinates with the last step 2, all 3 of these places will charge a small fee for helping you book these moves. So when you determine how much price you're gonna charge, you got to take into account that Moving Helper and these other places are going to take a little bit of a cut. They're going to take a little percentage as a commission for helping you get this job. That's how they make the money with these. So you're going to have to make sure that you factor that in when you make your pricing. Okay, that's a secret on that. And the last step is an unknown secret step that most moving labor providers don't know about. And if they do know about it, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to share it. That's a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's just between you and me. And there's a couple of groups on Facebook where long haul van line truck drivers actually go on frequently, and they ask for moving laborers to help them either load or unload their semis for people's stuff. Okay, but here's a warning. If you do get hired from these services, you've got to be the best of the best of the best. Your service has got to be 100% top notch. You're going to have to know your stuff when you go and load these trucks or unload them, but specifically when you load them, you're going to have to know how to actually wrap and blanket furniture right, because they're going to require that when you load these trucks. Most of the time, that stuff's already going to be done for you, and that's all you have to do is just pick it up and go. But you're still going to have to know how to load it correctly, okay? Because you got to be best. And if you screw it up, if it's a minor problem, they're not going to say much. But if you screw this up, they're going to let everybody on these Facebook pages know about it, and your reputation is going to be shot. Okay? They might give you 1, but twice, done. So, but this is a great place to get high-paying moving labor jobs, and this will help make your job. This is what's going to take you from just a 5-figure income, like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, to $100,000 or more, is by signing up and doing these labor jobs for these van line truck drivers. And I tell you what, you get good in with them, and you know what? They will use you frequently, often, and almost exclusively. But again, you got to have your quality's got to be up here. Can't be here or here or here. It's got to be here. Okay? You got to be good. So that's your trick. That's your secret. That's 4 steps to creating a 6-figure, highly profitable moving business. And guess what, folks? It only takes 3 hours to do all of this. You don't need anything. You don't need moving trucks. You don't need equipment. You can rent the equipment from U-Haul if you have to. Or if you're doing the moving labor, most of these people will provide the equipment or should provide the equipment themselves. So you actually don't really need. I would suggest you have equipment, but you don't have to have it. You don't need a license. Although, I recommend that you have license. You don't need it. You don't need insurance. Again, I recommend that you do. It's preferable that you do have insurance, but you don't need it. You don't need a website. You don't need how to do anything. And I'm also going to do here later on one of the videos, I'm going to actually teach you how you can advertise for free your moving business. So you won't have to rely on getting your jobs only from these moving providers who may or may not promote you at all, because you can't pay the money to get higher on the list. But I'm going to show you some perfect places, some great places where you can actually set yourself up and actually start promoting your business for free. And they're very, very, very effective. I'm going to show you that. But that's going to be in later videos. So if you want to know that information, you need to subscribe. Okay, guys? So I'm Jay Burnham with The Real Jay Burnham. Please subscribe to my channel. All right? And if you like this video and you found the information useful, give me a thumbs up. Like my video. Or if you really didn't like it, it wasn't what you were looking for, that's okay. Give me a thumbs down. Because then I know exactly, then I can learn what I need to do better. But if you did like it, or even if you don't like it, please go down and write me a question or comment and let me know what's happening and what I can do for you. If you have a question, go #AskJBurnham, and that's how I'll find out whether you have a question. But again, folks, just subscribe to my channel, give me a like, leave me a comment. All right? Thank you very much. God bless. Have a very great day.